Today we will be going over Botlink's Capture app. We can start by opening up to the main menu screen of the Capture app and see that we have our map in the center, a menu on the left, and in the lower right corner a button to create missions right away if wanted. Right now, we will start by looking over the Flight Plans tab on the left. This menu, once loaded, will show the names and a small view of the flight overlaid on a map. From here, you can click Create Flight Plan in the top left corner to start making a new flight plan. We'll start with an area survey for this demo. Simply drag and drop the mission to where you want it and click on these dots between corners of your mission area in order to create new vertices for your mission. We don't have limitations on how many vertices you can make, but be aware that Capture doesn't like perfect circles being drawn. Once satisfied, you can click the green check mark and name your mission. We'll use Video Flight for this one. Once made, you will be able to put this mission into offline mode, which will download the map tiles for this mission to allow for the user to be able to use the map tiles without service. Be aware that you can still use Botlink Capture without service with a mission already made, but you just won't be able to view the map tiles without first selecting this option while you still have service. Now that we have that, let's go back and create a linear survey. Same concept as before, simply drag and drop your line onto the map and adjust as needed while creating some new vertices when needed. Same as before, simply press the green check mark and then name your flight plan to save it. While in this window, in the top left corner, you'll also be able to edit, delete, or duplicate the flight plan you are currently looking at. As well with class airspace enabled, you'll be able to see where any airspace that you would restrict your flight is currently at. Right now, I am well clear of the Grand Forks Delta and will not have to worry about airspace restrictions. Clicking on that button in the top right corner will both show and hide this delta. Now let's go back to the flight plans list screen, and we can see that the same list we got while in the linear flight plan is here as well when clicking on the three-dot menu for a specific flight. The view option will bring us back to the same screen, as well as clicking on the picture will bring us back to the same flight plan screen. Once here, we will need to plug in our tablet to the controller for the drone. When getting this option to select which app, always select which app to use and never select the always option. Once our drone is connected, we can see the arrow in the bottom right corner has turned green, indicating that we can now proceed to the next section. In the flight planning screen, we can set the wind direction. Today the winds are calm, so I will set it to 0 degrees. We can then go and set our altitude, which we recommend to be between 150 and 200 feet for best results. And last is the overlap. With overlap, the more the better, but be aware of your drone's limitations and how many flights it may take to finish high overlap missions. For this flight, I will use medium overlap for this small area. We can also verify that Capture is picking up the correct camera we are using, and we recommend to not reset camera settings unless something is going wrong with the previous flight and you need to troubleshoot some issues. In the flight screen, all the important information is in the bottom of our screen, and from right to left, we have the big green takeoff button, number of satellites our drone is utilizing, drone battery health, estimated photos for this flight, the area we are covering, and the estimated flight time of the survey. Once you are ready, simply drag and drop the green takeoff button and wait for mission upload to finish for it to take off. If the issue isn't specific enough for why takeoff failed, then you can go and look at DJI Go 4 and see if anything in there is stopping you from taking off. Usually, this indicates having to have a compass calibration or firmware update in DJI Go 4. Once off the ground, Capture will show you the distance to your next point, current altitude, and your speed, as well as giving you live drone battery readings. While doing this flight, my mobile hotspot stopped on me, so I paused the mission using Capture and waited for the map to return before continuing on. Once the drone reaches the end of the mission, it will automatically initiate a return to home sequence with no user input needed. Please note that using the return to home function on either Capture or the controller for the drone will send the drone home as well. Once the flight is complete, you can then use these images and upload them to Botlink's Insights in order to stitch them together to get one complete 3D image. And that was Botlink's Capture app.